Hello, everyone. I just thought I'd do a quick little video here since it's election day, and to wrap a few things up and to say thank you. If you haven't voted yet, please get out and vote. The polls are open in Wisconsin until 8, and if you are standing in line at 8, you will still be allowed to vote. I voted at St. Bernard's Church in Middleton this morning. There was not a line, which is great, but there may be one at your polling place now and after people start getting off work and voting. Very important election. Not the most important election of our lifetime. It's the one we have in front of us, though. So please make sure you go out and vote. A couple notes on the campaign. I'm very grateful to everyone who helped and everyone who was involved. And it's going to take a long time for me to thank everyone. And let me explain why. This campaign was designed to reach a whole bunch of people, not just libertarians who have been largely following me and supporting me for years, which I greatly appreciate. But the point of this campaign and campaigning under the slogan and on the ballot as "Disrupt the Corruption" was to reach out to groups of people that weren't necessarily libertarians, but had common cause with us in being against the two-party system and being disenfranchised, excluded, tyrannized by, whatever you want to call it, because those of us on the outside have no chance of even arguing about our political opinions, our solutions to problems, et cetera, until we are able to get on the stage, so to speak, both literally and figuratively, with the large duopoly parties. So I reached out to a variety of people and organizations throughout the campaign since it started 20 months ago, including but not limited to the Green Party, the People's Party, a hot government in Racine, candidates for Assange, folks who are working to free Assange, ex-Tea Partiers or current Tea Partiers, people who were MAGA but distrustful, rightfully so, Avera Kovdi, peace activists who maybe generally lean left, so to speak, but couldn't support and can't support Tammy Bolin because she's basically a war hawk. All of these people I reached out to over the course of the last 20 months. And it's hard to say how many votes we'll get from everybody today, but I am grateful for all the messages I've gotten today from people all over that spectrum saying, I voted for you, Phil, because you support draining the swamp, you support peace, you support you're anti-corruption, you're whatever you are. And these things are all true. A very coherent, principled campaign that we've run, not just playing at various issues, but the whole core of what I do and what I'm about and what I will continue to fight for after this election is disrupting the corruption and trying to be a voice for people who aren't just not just libertarians, but people who see that the system itself is broken and corrupt, and that unless we work together to crack that open, break those walls down, whatever metaphor you want to use, that we don't really have a chance of arguing about solutions to problems. It will all be dictated by the big donors' money, which flows into the government, into the big two parties, and dictates exactly what goes on in Washington, and has such a controlling influence on our lives. So again, I'm very, very grateful to all those groups, all those people. I can't possibly name everyone. Some of them involved from the beginning. Some of them involved at the beginning and not so much at the end. Some I've just discovered in the last few weeks. So please go out and vote today. If you haven't yet already, please go vote. Stand in line. It's important. And remember, if you still haven't voted, consider voting for me and or your favorite third party or independent candidate, whoever most represents the positions that you have, the issues that you care about. And don't surrender your vote to the fear and to the bullying of the two-party system. They want nothing more today than to tell you that you have to vote for candidate X because we can't have 2, 4, 6 more years of candidate Y. And that trap is what continues the dominance and the tyranny of the two-party system. That trap is what keeps us entrapped in the situation that we're in. And people keep falling for it. People keep getting sucked into it. And to be honest, there's a certain rationality to it, but nothing fundamentally is going to change in the United States and our federal government and our state government for that matter. Nothing is going to really change for the better until we dissent and understand that our voices, even in dissent, even for a candidate that gets 2, 3, 5, 8%, that dissent is important because it makes us relevant. And if you want the candidates that you believe in to be relevant the next time around, or the party or the issues that you believe in to be discussed, You have to register your dissent, your support for those now. If you fold in and vote for the lesser of two evils, vote for the candidate you're least fearful of, then your voice is effectively snuffed out and you're just included with all the duopoly votes and candidates. I'll name Tammy Baldwin specifically. Those of you who love peace and understand that our country has been basically run by the military industrial complex for the last 50 years, if you realize that and hate the fact that we keep going to war over lies and we keep being fooled into with a false patriotic messages saying that we need to go fight this evil, we need to fight that evil, when we know it's all about lies and for money, then if you still support Tammy Baldwin, yet you believe with me that peace is required and that needs to happen now, she will never change if you continue to vote for her. She will never change. Why should she? Why shouldn't she sit back and keep getting paid by the DNC and all the big donors and be supported? Why should she change if you don't withhold your votes? Why should Eric Hovde or Donald Trump or Kamala Harris or any of your favorite politicians, why would they change a single thing about what they stand for, what they believe in, and not just now in the campaign season, but once they're in office? Why would they change if, even though you register your displeasure, you still vote for them? The ballot box today is the only place where your dissent matters. It's the only place where your opposition matters. It doesn't matter that you protested. It doesn't matter that even that you didn't donate to some of these candidates. All that matters today is that you vote, and you vote for not just this election cycle, but so that the people that you believe in, the candidates and the parties and the issues that you want heard, all of that can be amplified the next time around. And we have a shot at being relevant, at being heard, at being elected. So I urge you to vote today. Vote for me if you agree with me. If you don't, fine. But go out and vote your conscience. Don't vote in fear. Don't be bullied. And I hope we have good results tonight. I don't know exactly what good results will look like. And lastly, I'll apologize for this campaign here. I'm not so perfectly coiffed, if that's the right way to pronounce that word, as Eric Hovde, and I'm not running campaign ads with 20-year-old footage like Tammy Baldwin is. This is just me, and it's always been me. And I stand up for you and for all of us because I just can't sleep on the situation we're in. So please go vote. And thank you for all your support. There'll be many, many thank yous later. Have a good afternoon, and keep your fingers crossed about tonight. Thanks.